All right, y'all. It's been one challenging fall here where I live in North Texas. As you can see, I got my Titan GLX hat on, so that means I'm out in the yard. And when I mean about the challenging season that we had here, it's been super hot. In October, we got zero rain. And October is the second wettest month of the season in our area, and we got zero rain. So it's been hot and dry. So trying to get this Titan GLX seeds to grow just like any other seeds, it was challenging with the heat. As you can see, I got some germination out here. I know most of it's from years past, but I still got some germination. So I'm pretty much just over trying to get some to germinate. I don't know what the winter is going to hold. It may stay warm. I ordered some extra bags in case I had to come and do this stuff in the spring, but I may get some germination all winter long with the way the weather is going, but you just never can tell. It's one of the challenges of putting out seeds in the fall time. It's an excellent time to do it if you can have a cooperative type weather, but a lot of times we don't. So this is where we are here, getting ready to edge a lot of this stuff up. I did a no-no, which I usually don't use the riding mower, but I got a lot of stuff going on, so I need to get it done quick. But I'm getting ready to get this stuff out. So this is what the Titan is looking like right now, and it's been a horrible season, in my opinion, for planting this type of grass. It just hasn't been very cooperative weather-wise, so it's something that you can't control. But nevertheless, I still got grass out here. We're gonna push it. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep my fertilizer, put my humic and kelp and my fish fertilizer and my surfactant to try to get this stuff to stick. So that's what I'm pushing now. And I mulch up all the leaves. Now these leaves here are going to be falling in the springtime, but I get a lot of leaves from my neighbor's yard next door, across the street. I mulch all that stuff in. So the welcome weather, or cooler weather, is welcome, but one of the issues is when I've noticed that the grass doesn't do a lot of germination or growing in the 50-degree range. When the high temperatures are in the 50s, yes, it's vibrant, it's green, but it slows down, just like when it gets in the 80s and 90s, in the 90s, I really don't have to cut the yard much. It just pretty much just stays there. It grows slowly, but when the temperatures get in between, I would say 63, 64, and 75, between 64 and 75, you have to cut it twice a week or 3 times a week. That's how fast it grows. It grows so fast, but we haven't been in that temperature range. Very seldom have we had that this season, where the high temperatures have been either in the 60 to 74. We've either been hot, temperature way above like 77 and up, or on a few days, on occasion, cold, where the temperature's been below 64 on a few days. But on average, we just been up in the 80 range. And that's just wreaking havoc. It wreaks havoc with fungus and germination. But that's one of the deals that you have to deal with. But once you get this grass established, you're going to have a very nice lawn, and it's going to be pretty easy to take care of because this Titan RX is a rhizomatous, meaning that it can spread kind of like a Bermuda or St. Augustine, not as fast, but it still can fill in the immediate areas, which is great. So that's going to be good. I've already showed you how well it takes the heat, and it's the fungus. This is where my organic program comes in. I have less salt out in the yard. which means I have more microbes in the yard to help deal with fungus. So I'm just ready to get that part started. That we got all the way up until June, July before we even have to really deal with the heat. I guess maybe June-ish we start looking at some fungus pressure, but we got a long way to go. Grass is gonna stay stellar from here all the way up until July, August, when it starts to get really hot, and then we might see some dormancy and struggles depending on what the temperature does. But anyway, Titan GLX, this is the way to go. If you're looking for turf type tall fescue, I've tried, I want to say, I know I haven't tried every brand, but man, I tried pretty much all the ones you heard the YouTube gurus speak of. And, you know, I've tried all that, and nothing has even come close to this Titan GLX. I love this stuff. It's worked good for me. This is just what it is. And I had a conversation, another person was saying, why I don't just go with a warm season grass in my area. Look how much St. Augustine I would need. My property goes all the way down to that pole right there. I would have to sod all of this. I would have to sod all of that to go with St. Augustine. I think just that alone would exit out for 99% of us. I definitely cannot and will not try to sod a couple acres or acre that I have under of fescue. I'm not going to do that. So St. Augustine is out. Bermuda will not survive up under the trees. Bermuda is out. You can probably plant some zoysia, but I don't know. Still a lot of trees. Zoysia can hold take some shade, but it's going to take a lot of effort on my part keeping these trees trimmed, not just trimmed away from the trees, the streets and everything, but I really have to have them all done every year. Whereas not so much with the fescue. So that's the reason why I've gone with this type of grass, because I wanted grass now. I didn't want to wait 10 years for it to cover. I'll probably be dead. When I say 10 years for it to cover, I'm talking about 10 years for something like if I patched it up with some St. Augustine or something like that. So it was a no-brainer for me. That's why I got turf type tall fescue. I'd rather just plant it every year, and that's what I was doing in the beginning. I was just planting the grass similar to how people plant ryegrass every year. That's what I was doing with this. I just thought it just couldn't survive. In the beginning, I didn't know that, you know, fungus was an issue and all of that. My grass was not surviving. I didn't know all this stuff, but I know it now. So now, fast forward to today, where I got this Titan, you know, it's just been here. I'm just overseeding in certain areas, and that's it. But the rest of it is, most of this grass that you see is all, I would say 85% of this grass, 85% of it just old grass that was here. So I've only got little patchy areas, and this area right here, which is the grunt of the sun. But remember, I didn't have a sprinkler system, so this got the grunt of everything, but with no sprinkler system, so it definitely took a hit. But now with everything up and running, I'm expecting for it to just go through all the seasons and have good results. So if you're looking for a brand, try this Titan. I mean, it's the proof is in the pudding. It's been here for years, and man, I mean, I can show you better than I can tell you. I mean, they sent me this, and I appreciate them sending this because they saw my videos. But you can research this stuff. The in-depth trials on this, they all got stellar, top performing results on it. So it's just not me. I stumbled up on it, found out, and searched the stuff afterwards. But it is what it is. Titan GLX, that's the way to go. See y'all in the next video.